Welcome back to the broadcast. It's time once again to kick off the signature fundraiser for March of Dimes called March for Babies. It takes place this weekend in both Dallas and Fort Worth, and its mission is to raise funds that help prevent birth defects and infant mortality.
And right now we're going to introduce you to a mom whose life was changed in an instant, but has found strength through the March of Dimes. In a recent blog, she confessed her feelings like this. My biggest, baddest fear is that because Nash was only here 5 months, he'll be forgotten. Oh, goodness. But every single day, I'm reminded that not only does he live on in me and my family, but he lives on in all of you as well. Love to y'all. Love to y'all. I love that, Tracy. Welcome, Tracy Sievers, who is joined by Steve Love, the DFW March for Babies chair. Welcome, both of you.
Yeah, sorry. So glad y'all could be here. Thank you. It's very touching for us. You know, we're moms. We have our babies, and
big time.
We feel very blessed to have them. And but this is something that you have journeyed, and you've also put on a blog for others to be inspired and learn of. Tell us about this.
Right. Well, Nash was born in 2008, and he was our second son. He was born full term, seemed healthy and happy, just like our oldest, and everything seemed fine. He had a little problem eating, but other than that was okay, and the doctors, after lots of doctors' visits, just attributed it to acid reflux, which was pretty common. It seems like every kid, you know, at some point has it. So we went with that, and then when he was 5 months old, he just, one day his breathing changed, and so he ended up at the doctor, then ended up in the ER.
Let me interrupt you. Was he sick when you noticed his breathing?
No.
Like the
it was
cold
just,
or nothing?
no, he just was progressively over the week's time getting worse about his eating. And we had gone in about 5 days earlier, and again, they just said, let's change the acid reflux medicine, let's change his formula again, those kind of things. So we did all of those things, and then that day, it got really bad, ended up in the ER, and within 2 hours, he had passed away.
Oh my goodness. Now, I think one of the things you said that really just really touched me is that you don't want people to forget him, and you've kind of made it your mission in raising funds, having this blog so you can potentially help other people. Tell us a little bit about that.
Right. I think it's hard, like I said in that post, only being here for 5 months, we're all here to kind of make our mark on the world. You know, I have 3 other children, and, you know, I pray for them to be able to do that someday, and I just feel like he wasn't able to do that yet in 5 short months. And so I just feel like it's my mission to get his story out there, and so that people think of him and remember him, and then hopefully our story can help save other babies.
Right. Steve, I want to ask you, when I think of March of Dimes, I think of babies that are just preemies. Is that a misconception? Does it go further than preemies?
Oh, absolutely. March of Dimes, and let's go back to the history of March of Dimes. In 1938, when Roosevelt started it, it achieved its mission. Its mission was eradicate polio. They did it. How many other organizations achieved their mission? But specifically, after that, they focused on not only birth defects, infant mortality, but specifically preterm. Preterm is one of the greatest causes of infant mortality in this nation.
Okay.
And tell us a little bit about the walks and fundraisers you guys are going to be doing this weekend.
We're really excited. Obviously, April 12th, mark that on your calendar. We're going to have walks in Fort Worth and here in Dallas. And those funds that are raised are funds that are going to continue. Over 75 years of research has gone into what can we do to help with birth defects, infant mortality, and babies that are preterm. Right here in Texas, 1 out of every 8 babies is born preterm. There's a lot of research being done here locally through funds that we raise. This is a signature event to raise funds to help all babies. Babies that are born healthy should also be appreciative to the March of Dimes for all that research and development, prevention that has been done over the years.
Well, I think you said it's like, you know, baby Nash certainly touched people in the small, short time he was here. And I just congratulate you for taking his story and hopefully helping other people.
Was he born early? Was he a preemie?
Nope, he was 40 weeks.
Okay.
He was, I think, technically 39 weeks in a couple days, but he was, everything seemed fine. And one thing I did want to add to that is that last year it was a really neat year for March of Dimes. We were able to, through March of Dimes, I went to Austin with a friend who has also lost her daughter to a heart defect. And we went to Austin and we lobbied and we talked to legislators. And over the summer, a new House bill was put into law by Governor Rick Perry that all babies have to have a pulse ox done on to measure their oxygen level before they leave the hospital, which that hadn't been required before.
Wow, okay.
And now in Texas, that will be required, and that tends to, if their level is low, something's wrong, and a lot of times it ends up being a heart defect. And so they passed this bill, and they actually did name it after 3 babies, with Nash being one of them.
Awesome.
I just got chills. Okay, you guys, March for Babies, which benefits March of Dimes, takes place this Saturday in Dallas. Opening ceremonies begin at 8:45 at I always get that mixed. White Rock Lakes, Norbuck Park. And in Fort Worth, it kicks off at 8:30 at Panther Island Pavilion. And for more details, check out marchforbabies.org. We'll also have this link on our website, thebroadcasttv.com, along with phone numbers for the Dallas and Fort Worth walks.
All right, we'll be back with more broadcasts right after this.